Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and welcome back to another feature preview. Feature previews are a weekly series I run on my channel where I show you features that are going to be included in the next big update for Minecraft Xbox and Minecraft PlayStation. I can do this by showing you PC gameplay of an equivalent update, which we now know is going to be 1.8 for PC, which means you can see how the features look, how they work, and how to find them before they do come out for the consoles. So I'd very much appreciate a like on the video, because today we are going to be covering one of the most requested features, which is of course the Guardian and the Ocean Monument. I'd argue they're two of the biggest features in this next update, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how they work to date. So I'd very much appreciate a like on it, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you like it, and we'll see more stuff like this on the channel. But let's get straight into this one already, shall we? So the Guardian, if you're not familiar with it already, is basically one of the most terrifying mobs in the game, and is the new hostile mob coming in the next update. So what exactly makes it so scary? Because you're looking at it right now and you might just think, oh, it's a fish with spikes. Oh, Toycat's scared of a fish with spikes, is he? But the reality is, it's a little bit more scary than just a fish with spikes, and the reason behind this is the circumstances you'll find it in. So first of all, because it's an underwater Guardian, it can only be found near ocean monuments, but that means it's only found underwater. So underwater is a scary place to be fighting mobs, and you might think, no, Toycat, that doesn't make any sense, but the reality is it is, because when you're underwater, unless you have the new Depth Strider enchantment, that means you can't move at full speed underwater. When you go in water, you're slowed down. However, this fish can move at more than, average speed underwater, meaning if you want to chase after it, you can't. It can get away. If it wants to chase after you, it can chase after you, and that's kind of scary enough by itself. Like, you can't get away from this thing, but this thing can get away from you. But it's also scary because of the fact that it has a ranged attack, and this ranged attack, you might not believe me when I say this, but it actually is a laser. So yeah, this thing can fire a laser at you, and it kind of has to charge for a few seconds. But if you look right here, if it can keep a lock on you, if it can keep a line of vision with you for more than like 5 seconds, you'll see that the laser slowly goes from purple to red to yellow. From purple to yellow to green, and then it will fire at you, and then boom, you've taken a mass amount of damage. And you might think, oh, okay, it's just a laser. Wear some armor. But the thing about this laser that makes it so scary is it penetrates through armor. So although your armor will have some effect, something like if you're wearing full diamond armor, it's still not even 50% reduction when it should be much more than that. So yeah, this thing hits through most armor, and it can run after you pretty fast, and they spawn in massive groups. So if one laser is terrifying, that does 2.5 hearts even through diamond armor, then it's extra terrifying when you have 4 of them locked onto you at once that can kill you in an instant if they need to. So yeah, they spawn in massive groups, and they're just terrifying because you need to go through them, but you need lots and lots of equipment to prepare for the fight. And yeah, let's explain how that works. So first of all, let me just quickly explain their secondary attack, because they have this laser beam attack, which is pretty scary, but they also have a secondary kind of defense mechanism attack, which means that when you attack them, or when you just go near them, you will take damage because they have their spikes out. So you can see those spikes will retract every now and then, but if those spikes are out, you will take damage every single time you deal melee damage to this thing. So as you can see, it's out the water right now, which is pretty funny. So yeah, that is the Guardian right there. The Guardian is like I said, it's a pretty terrifying mob because of the circumstance you find it in. If you take it out of its circumstances and put it in a pool like this, it's very easy to kill. But if you go in the big ocean, like you can see over there, because if you don't know, I'll quickly night vision myself, there is actually an ocean temple over there, and it's just filled to the brim with Guardians, because fortunately the only place they will naturally spawn is that, but it's still pretty scary. So let me just show the other things about Guardians that you might enjoy if you're not just going to find them naturally, because you might notice this is the Guardian spawn egg, which is of course what I use to get them over here, because they won't naturally spawn in water. But you can see just how nice the Guardian spawn egg looks. I think it's the best looking spawn egg, just a small little thing right there. If you want a nice spawn egg, this is that. But the funny thing about Guardians is, if they spawn above water, they won't ever drown, but they will just bounce and hiss at you and try and fire their lasers anyway, which I think is pretty funny. But eventually they usually do find their way back into the water. Oh geez, it's actually going to get me above water. Okay, there we go, we're safe. Yeah, that's the Guardian above water. If you want to spawn it above water just for fun, you can. If you can get it out of water for the same reason, it's pretty fun. But it is a pretty tricky thing to do, but it's fun to do a spawn egg anyway. Who doesn't love staring at one of the most scary mobs in the game, just bouncing around harmlessly? But yeah, that's something I think is quite funny anyway. So yeah, let's move on to the water temple, because that's where you find them in the wild, and that's where we're going to need to go to show you the rest of this. So the ocean monument, or as I keep calling it, the water temple incorrectly, is actually a brand new structure that's coming in with this next update that is going to be really tricky to work out how you get it going on the console, because we don't have oceans big enough to store something like this. So they might just be a rare thing on console, or maybe every world will have one. It's hard to say which one, but either way, you will eventually find one of these things. And the cool things about these is they do come with a lot of exclusive blocks. So they come with these 4 blocks right here exclusively. As you can see, they're a nice mix of bluey kind of underwater tones to make an underwater temple, if you will. And let's just head over there and show you, shall we? So if you're going to be fighting Guardians underwater, there are 2 things I kind of recommend as minimums, and they're both new items in this next update that I've covered before. So there is the new potion, the water breathing potion. This is made with a pufferfish, and there is also the Depth Strider enchantment. So Depth Strider, brand new enchantment. Make sure you get it free, because look out. Okay, wait, if I go sprinting into water, underwater, you'll see just how fast I can go underwater, and this is, this is pure survival because of the fact that, Depth Strider just removes all penalty of being in water, and you also want the water breathing potion. This means that you can breathe for 6 minutes underwater as if it's just fine. It's like a respiration on a helmet, but it's a lot better, but only for a certain amount of time. So, you could get this done with Aqua Affinity and it's respiration. You could get this whole thing done that way, but, it's probably preferable to just make sure that you bring water breathing potion. So, once you get your water breathing potion and your Depth Strider, you're just about prepared to take them on, but I'll show you as I try to go on one here just how scary it can get, because there's also the Elgato, which will flash on my screen in a second, and that gets the next level scary here. So let's try and just take out this one, for instance, and you'll see as we get close enough to it, another one's over there, and we got 2 lasers on us, and okay, yeah, as you can see, that's why you need to be watching out, because there's no way to get away from this. You're in the open water, you need to, break its line of sight for the laser not to hit you, except the line of sight can't be broken because, there's nothing in the water to break it. So, yeah, basically, there's kind of 2 ways to approach this. You can, okay, that's the Elder Garden right there, you see. Also, you can see on the screen, kind of glitching through the wall. Yeah, Elder Gardens are a whole extra, version of this mob, but the Guardians themselves, they spawn in big masses here. They do spawn infinitely, so you can, in theory, make a Guardian farm. And they do have pretty cool drops too. So, and in addition to, kind of being this scary dual-attacking mob that's underwater, they do actually have some reason to kill them. They drop prismarine shards, which I believe is the only way to get prismarine once you mine this entire thing. Because, like I said, these blocks are exclusive to this place, but they can be crafted from the things you get from Guardians, which will presumably still exist even once you've broken all these blocks. But yeah, actually, okay, let's sneak in. Let's see if we can kill this one in the wild, shall we? Okay, no, there's another one coming after us. Is he? Okay, no, it's not. Okay, so let's go. But yeah, because we're actually underwater now. See, even when you got Depth Strider on, it's still pretty tricky to make sure you go off them. But that's going to be our first garden kill right there. So yeah, they drop 3 things. They drop prismarine shards, they drop prismarine crystals, and they also drop rare fish, raw fish, sorry, with a chance of dropping a rare fish. They have kind of like how a zombie might drop an iron ingot, and how a wither skeleton, wither skeleton might drop wither skeleton skull. These things might drop a fish, which, this isn't the easiest way to get fish, but if you have a garden farm, it's a nice benefit. So yeah, if you want to kill them, I'd say in the wild, pick them off one by one, or make a farm, because you're going to be in a lot of danger, even with full armor, if you go after a big horde like that. You can see they're just staring at me and the eyes follow me. It's very, very scary. The Elder Guardian is its whole own thing, but the big thing you want to bear in mind is while it's attacking you, you've got mining fatigue, and you've got you've got mining fatigue, which means breaking stuff is significantly slower. And there is 3 Elder Guardians in this thing. They only spawn once, so make sure you make it, once you kill them, they're gone forever. And yeah, that's that. So yeah, Guardians and Elder Guardians coming in the next update. Very scary because they fire lasers. Lasers, guys, and let's just go in and get a whole horde of them to fire lasers at me, just so you can see how bad that is. So yeah, I hope you did all enjoy this feature preview. If you did like it, please do like it and let me know. Share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel. All the Guardians seem to be ignoring me today, which means that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you subscribe, you'll see these videos daily on your homepage. Let me know what you think of the Guardian. Are you terrified of literal lasers being fired by fish, or do you just think, yeah, I can handle this, I'll just get myself some Depth Strider, get myself some that. Look how much damage these things are just doing to me, and there's not too much you can do to avoid them. Fortunately, only one's attacking me at once, which is pretty swell. But as you see, I'll just be randomly killed from behind because I'm missing a laser, I have no doubt. So yeah, we'll die as soon as this laser hits us. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.